Good evening, everyone. We begin tonight with the latest in our ongoing investigative series on license plate fraud. A Jamestown man thought his plates were destroyed when he turned them in at the DMV. That was until years later when he was hit with hefty tolls from New York City, tied to his old plate number.
And he's not alone. Like many others, he's turning to call for action for help. Our Jeff Praval has been digging into this problem for months. And now Jeff is once again getting answers and delivering results.
For weeks, we've been sharing stories of local drivers going to the Jamestown Department of Motor Vehicles to surrender their license plates. For Peter Feraldi, he surrendered his plates in 2023 and then over 2.5 years later began getting toll bills from New York City tied to his old plates as congestion pricing was getting underway in the city this year.
I had sold the vehicle and I did not replace it. So I turned the plates in just so that I could take it off my insurance.
Peter Feraldi thought it was that simple when he surrendered his license plates to the Jamestown Department of Motor Vehicles on July 21st, 2023. DMV policy says plate combinations, once they're surrendered and destroyed, are never to be used again. For Peter, the red flags went right up when he started getting hit by tolls from New York City, tied to his old plates at the beginning of the year.
At first I thought it was some type of a scam or a way for someone to get money out of me.
As the bills continued to come in, so did the threats of being sent to collections. Peter saw this white Honda Civic with his old plate number racking up hundreds of dollars in tolls on New York City bridges and in Manhattan's Congestion Relief Zone, or CRZ.
What is congestion pricing? Well, this is Manhattan's congestion relief zone. Drivers heading into Manhattan south of 60th Street have to pay a toll depending upon the time of day that they cross and the type of car that they have. After much controversy, even to this day, congestion pricing in New York City got underway on January 5th of this year, and Peter ended up getting tolls in the days and weeks after congestion pricing began.
Toll evaders have been using so-called ghost cars with fake and altered plates to avoid New York City tolls.
And I did pay the first couple of fines. But as they continued to roll in, my wife, my daughters said, "You've got to go to the police."
Peter contacted the New York City Sheriff's Office. According to this supplemental incident report, Peter called police on July 2nd to report his story. Then just 5 days later, deputies located the white Honda Civic seen on the toll bills parked on a street in the Bronx, with Peter's old license plate number on both the front and back of the car. The report says, quote, "Due to the improper and potentially fraudulent use of license plates, the vehicle was towed away." A Google Maps street view of the address shows multiple apartment buildings where the car was found. To Peter, the new development was stunning.
And yeah, it was a huge relief. I feel bad for the other people that are in this.
Once Peter contacted Call for Action, we began calling transportation agencies in New York City to get answers on Peter's situation and the toll bills he was hit with.
And with your influence, it has sped things up. I've received phone calls, I've received emails that the charges are being dropped. I'd like to express my gratitude to you and Channel 4 for clearing this up because I was getting nowhere on my own.
Hitting dead ends as a victim of license plate fraud is a common theme. It can take months to get untangled from the onslaught of toll bills, speeding tickets, and other traffic infractions, while navigating the plethora of New York City transportation agencies and being forced to defend yourself from potential legal action. Call for Action has heard from multiple people who have gone to the Jamestown DMV to surrender their license plates, thinking they were doing the right thing, only to find their old plate numbers on different cars hours away and being hit with bogus toll bills months or even years later, significantly affecting their lives.
There has to be some weak link in the chain that eventually it's got to just be obvious, or there's too many coincidences. I just count on law enforcement to figure it out.
The state DMV is actively investigating concerns of fraud at the Jamestown DMV and in Chautauqua County.
After call for action stepped in, Peter Feraldi's old plate number has now been flagged by the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey and the Thruway Authority. The MTA says erroneous tolls against Peter have been reversed, and New York City's Department of Finance is taking steps to get tickets and judgments against Peter dropped. Getting the ghost plates flagged in these systems is perhaps the fastest way to get the toll bills to stop. Jeff Preval, News 4.